Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Saskatchewan PNP conducted a draw. Okay. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the current draw, the SINP draw history, and also the knock codes that were selected in today's draw. All right. So what is SINP? Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program. So it's a great PNP program for the people who do not have a connection within the province. It is one of the only realistic PNP programs along with Ontario PNP program. Okay, so currently good news is Saskatchewan selected 68 score again. Now those of you who do not know the significance of 68 points, it is basically a very achievable score for a person with 8 years of experience, master's degree, and just a CLB 8, which means 7.5 in listening and 6.5 in the rest of the bands, which is, quite achievable, right? And if you have 10 years of experience, then you could have CLB 7 in IELTS as well. Okay, so this is how it works out. And the number of people that were invited were 745 in total. There are two substreams of Saskatchewan. One is for the people who are eligible for express entry profile, meaning people who meet that selection criteria of 67 points. And that substream is called express entry substream, right? Quite obvious. And then the people who do not qualify for express entry, whether for age factor or whatever reason, if people do not qualify for express entry, they can still be in the occupation in demand substream of Saskatchewan. And both of these substreams are included in this number of 745, which I shared with you guys. And if we talk about individual streams, express entry stream saw 433 people getting selected in this draw. And occupation in demand substream saw 312 people getting selected in this draw, total of 745. Okay, and both substreams, the cutoff was 68. So it means if you are 68 or higher, then you would be getting selected in this draw. Okay, and keep in mind, all of the people who score 68 get selected in Saskatchewan draws, and that's why the numbers are above 700, right? And this actually gives me an idea about how many people entered the pool of Saskatchewan expression of interest pool, because they do not select you from express entry profile. You need to create a separate expression of interest on the SINP Oasis portal. I have 2 videos on that. Okay, so Saskatchewan playlist is for that if you're interested in that. But keep in mind, there was a big draw on July 27th, I believe, in which they invited about 797 candidates. Okay, now that draw was basically, I would say, a catalyst. Okay, because previously the minimum score was 69, but that one particular draw of 797 people, that brought down the score from 69 to 68. Now 1 point is a massive difference below 70 when it comes to Saskatchewan. Okay, and that draw was the catalyst, I believe. And now Saskatchewan has kept on that tradition of 68 by inviting 745 people in this draw as well. Now let's talk about a little bit about this Saskatchewan draw, recent draws. Okay, so last year they made a big change, I would say. Okay, and they had actually invited in November 2020, I believe. They had actually given more points to the people who were bilingual, people who knew French language. They were given an advantage in terms of points. And after that, we did not see the scores coming below 70. Okay, yes, it went below 70 for the knock codes that are not very regular for Saskatchewan. Those knock codes were yes selected below 70, but the regular knock codes that are selected in this draw and the regular draws of Saskatchewan, the score did not come below 70. But then in July, start of July, 6th July, the CRS, the Saskatchewan score went down to 73. Okay, now this was a happy move because Saskatchewan had conducted a draw after May, so June and July, almost 2.5 months. They waited, and then they conducted this draw after 2 months. They conducted this draw, which was a happy news. But then on July 14th, they broke the internet by jumping below, jumping below 70 points, and they selected 69 score. And then they on July 21, they conducted a bombastic draw of 797, and they selected 68 score. Okay, now people started to think, now this is it, now we're not going to get selected again at 68. But to everyone's surprise, on August 11th, they conducted this draw again, and they invited 68 people, 68 points again. Now keep in mind, today's draw, it basically covered the knock codes, certain knock codes, because obviously there are 500 plus knock codes. Okay, so the knock codes that were selected in today's draw, I'm going to list them down in front of you guys. Okay, so starting with 8252, which is agriculture and related service contractors. 8241, logging machinery operators. 7305, supervisors, motor transport and other ground transit operations. 7302, contractors and supervisors, heavy equipment operator crews. Then 6312, executive housekeepers. 6221, technical sales specialist, wholesale trade. 6211, retail sales supervisors. 3237, these are the other technical occupations in therapy and assessment. 3219, other medical technologists. 3214, respiratory therapists, clinical perfusionists and cardiopulmonary technologists. Okay. 3212, medical lab technicians. 2282, user support technicians. 2281, computer network technicians. 2263, inspectors in public and environmental health and occupational health and safety. Okay. 2234, construction estimators. 0711, construction managers. 2171, information system analysts and consultants. 0632, accommodation service managers. 0631, restaurant and food service managers. 0621, retail and wholesale trade managers. Okay, now these are the knock codes that were selected in today's draw. I would obviously leave the screenshot, but it will not have the description of these knock codes. Only the knock codes will be in front of you, right? So this is Saskatchewan for you, and if you're interested in knowing how to apply, I have a complete playlist. It's called Saskatchewan PNP. Okay, so go through that list. I've talked about how to create an expression of interest and different problems, different functions of Saskatchewan. So you're welcome to look at that playlist. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next video. And yeah, with these words, this is Ali Iftikhar, and I'm hoping great things are coming your way.